Welcome to Perception versus Reality Sports and Culture, where we cover sports from a different angle and bring you topics most podcasts and radio shows will not cover. I'm your host, Rodney870, and welcome my co-hosts, Neely, Mr. Sports IQ, Lemuel, aka Lemwood, and Stanley, known on Instagram as Third World 870. Please enjoy this PvR clip and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Topic of the day will be PvR Sports Stat of the Week. So our PvR Sports Stat of the Week is usually where I take the perception of something and give you the reality of the situation, because that's what our show is called, Perception versus Reality Sports Talk. So in this case, our Perception versus Reality Stat of the Week is going to cover Barry Bonds. And so Barry Bonds, the perception is Barry Bonds is only a Hall of Famer because he took steroids. He was steroid juice head. That's why he became a Hall. That's why he is a Hall of Famer. That's just his career, was being a juice head. Where in essence, Barry Bonds was great before he started taking steroids. And I would say this, he started taking steroids maybe 2001. So what I did was I looked at how was Barry Bonds before he started taking steroids from 1986 to 2000. Was he a Hall of Famer? Let's see. So Barry Bonds from 1986 to 2000 had a 289 batting average, a little bit above average. Average is 250. He had 494 home runs. He had a 412 on base percentage, which is really good. 1,405 RBIs, really, really good. He had a slugging percentage of 567, above average. He had 471 stolen bases, which is amazing. You think about it. He had 2,157 hits, which were absolutely amazing. During this span of his career, Barry Bonds was the Rookie of the Year. He was a 9-time All-Star. He's a 3-time league MVP. 2-time runner-up for MVP in that same span. 8-time Gold Glove winner. 8-time Silver Slugger. He was 1-time Major League Player of the Year. 7 years he batted 300 plus. 9 years he had 100 plus RBIs. 12 years during that span, he had 25 plus home runs. For those 12 years, he had 40 plus home runs. So he was always a big home run hitter. Barry Bonds had 12 years where he had 140 plus hits. And he had 12 years where he had 20 plus stolen bases. So he was great all around. Right now, Barry Bonds is up for Hall of Fame voting. And as you can see by his numbers, he's a Hall of Fame before the steroids. If you cut off those steroids years, look at those numbers. That's crazy. It's Hall of Famers in there it's Hall of Famers in the MLB without half of those numbers, without 75% of those numbers. So if you're telling me Barry Bonds don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, you're full of shit. He was a Hall of Fame before the allegedly steroid use in 2001. When Barry Bonds was first eligible for the Hall of Fame, 5 years after his career ended, his first year of voting, he received 36.2%. As of 2019, the last vote, he's up to 59.1% of the votes needed to get into the Hall of Fame. So the Hall of Fame, you need 75% of the eligible votes to get in. So he's at 59%, and he has 8 years remaining on the ballot to try to get that 75%. And because you could be on the ballot 15 years after retiring. So I'm hoping that Barry Bonds get in the Hall of Fame. Great player. The greatest player I've ever seen. To me, he's the Michael Jordan of baseball. Yeah. Do I think he takes steroids? Nah. You could say he did. I think he took some, because you don't go from 40 to 50 home runs to 73 in a season. So he did something. But everybody was doing something back then. And if you think Barry Bonds wasn't a Hall of Famer before, you're ridiculous. He definitely was. And I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. And I'm hoping they get smart and allow this man in the Hall where he deserved to be with Willie Mays, his godfather. Thank you guys for listening today. Thank you guys for being a part of the show. Once again, I apologize for the technical issues. I had to start over. But, hey, we'll get it together one of these days. We'll learn from our mistakes. Appreciate you. Hope you're listening next week. Maybe we'll do a surprise show. Everybody been asking me about betting and sports betting, so maybe I'll do a quick show on some of the bets I'm going to make for the weekend. With that being said, thanks for listening. Peace out.